Welcome to the Archangel Michael's chat. Hello. Well, as I start all the time, as God says, let us put some light on the subject. And there we go. I hope I find people well. It's been a little while since I've been on, but I'm on now. Well, this is Sparta. Oh, how would I say it? In the movie style. Oh, this is Sparta! See, even did it backwards. Hello, Kiki Eyes, how are you? Here for the Lord's Prayer. It's been a while since I've been on, and I hope you can hear me. Oh, too much echo. I can hear somebody creeping near the door. I wonder who it is. Oh yes, my nephew. That's all right. I was planning a bit of an adventure. I was going to do the Lord's Prayer, and then I was thinking about going for a drive, taking you with me. Don't know where we're going to end up. Could end up back home. Sometimes I just do that. So, let's get to the main event, the Lord's Prayer. The best part of any day. Remember, before we get into the Lord's Prayer, put some more light on the subject. That torch is running out. Oh, here we go. We have to turn 7 keys. And first one is put God first into your day. That's the first key humanity needs to turn. The second key is love one another. Sometimes it can be hard, but we can do it. The third key, which is the hardest key of all, is never hate. It's a very hard key to turn, but you will have to turn that key if you want to get into heaven. The fourth key is give generously. Always give generously, even if you only give the tiniest amount. That is enough if you do it with a generous heart. Live simple. Don't make your life too difficult, like mine. You'll find every morning you get up and you have to eat a shit sandwich. But the thing is, I don't like bread. So I'm screwed every way. So make your life simple. Number 6, and this is the most hardest one. Even I find myself perplexed with this one. Forgive quickly. We don't have to forget, but we must forgive. It's the only way you're going to get into that pearly gates. And the last one, the 7th key humanity has to turn, is pray every day. So we're going to do 2 of those keys right now. Because we're going to put God first in the day, our Lord's Prayer, and we're praying once a day. Only takes 30 seconds out of how many minutes in a day? God's worth it. God is worth it. So, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Get the etherealness. Oh, old Moses, I've come to you style that everyone loves. It's the Hollywood banter. And trust me, I don't mind doing it at all. Here we go. Oh, Father, who art in heaven, Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. Now, you just turn two of those keys. And that's how easy it is, guys. You get the other 5 keys turned, and your pathway to heaven will be clear. That goes even for me. Well, there you go. God is in the day. And in the chat, and soon another day will rise, and a day would go past, and as time goes on, I get older, the task that is before me will become harder. Might be a stupid question, but what's the numbers for beside your name? The numbers beside my name? Which ones do you mean by that? What does that mean? Yeah, I'm confused. What numbers, Kiki guys, besides my name? Which ones on my website on something? You have a can. That's with the number besides it by my name. What? You have a can. That's okay. Have a can of hats with the number beside it by my name. Oh, I'm not sure still what you're talking about. I'm sure I'm not sure. So it must, never mind. It's got the king's hat with a number 1 beside my name. I'm just confused. King's, okay, okay. Oh, are you going, Yasha? Okay, okay. I'll look into that, Kiki guys. You got me a bit confused now. I'm still wondering what you're talking about. I'll find out. I'm sure whatever it is, I don't mean anything by it. Otherwise, I would have told you what you're talking about. I'll fix it if it needs to be fixed. As simple as that. I'm good. Your Insta. Oh, Insta? No. I am the Archangel Michael. That's who I am. This is the Archangel Michael's chat. I do the Lord's Prayer. I talk about world events, things that are current for my online family. With Jagger Wright and Hotel and Nick and Auntie Lee and of course my General Picky Eyes. I have other generals too. They come and go as they please. There is no compunction. One day there will be when I start traveling, when I get my technology going, and when I start showing you some amazing things of nature. Why I still moderate from afar, trying to help a friend. Get the word out for freedom. And that's the thing, see? I reposted it again. But whether anyone looks at it, I just don't know. You know? Dark magic. Dead like things. Oh, yes, well. If you like dark magic, how dark are you willing to go? Do you want to know the true way to obtain dark magic to the darkest still? To gain true magic to fire lightning from your hands and knock a group of people in a daze so they don't know what happened to them? Do you really want to go that far? I've had that opportunity, but I chose not to. Means you'll have to do things you don't believe to achieve that. And it all depends on how you value your soul, because the soul is a real thing. You dabble in the dark magics, you must be extremely careful, or you must be born with protection, or you will find yourself a part of that magic. And it is very dark indeed, beyond your imagining. I know, because simply I carry the darkest magic of all. For being the angel of light, you must know the dark, or you will not see it, because my radiance is so bright. And I see all types of evil. Inside here is a piece of pure evil. So dark is it that in its current form, in its current hibernation state, it has the potential to kill 3 billion people just by me taking it out of here and showing you on the screen. That's dark magic. Beyond the scope of what you've read in your books written by man. Beyond anyone's scope. That's the full stop. When the story of life was written, all the full stops and all the apostrophes were taken out. It takes 10,000 years to read that. God himself has only been around for 8,500. That's why the angels sing to him the story of life, which is not a story, because my people were given the task to fix it, and we turned it into the song of life. So it is sung. We took all those apostrophes and dots and full stops out with what we call a thinking engine, the most powerful engine we possess as humanity and as my people. At that time, a thinking engine could only be formed by a circle of women. And these circle of women guided these black holes around and sucked up these things, which were the size of suns and galaxies, which were apostrophes, full stops, and exclamation marks. And when they go through that black hole, it miniaturized and it spewed it out down to the earth. And slowly and surely, over all this time, Satan's been finding them and he's been putting them back in. I have the final full stop. Because when Mother Nature wrote the signature after she done the life, she put the full stop. And as she lifted the pen, a single drop fell down onto the paper, onto the stars, onto the firmament. And she snapped the head off, and she threw the head away. Being an Aboriginal thinking woman, that spearhead boomerang back, because now it is a spearhead. Turn it another way, it is a shield. It is an element of metal as the only sample in the entire universe. And that's in my pocket right now. Worth trillions beyond count. For the war industry, we can synthesize it quite easily now. The only element that they don't have. So that's the tip of the pen that wrote life. Can rewrite it And the full stop, the final one, that stops it. But you got the drip. Now that drip, when it hit the paper, it was the shape of a key. The key to heaven. I myself gave that to St. Peter, who is a black man, and he has an affliction. And that is how that rolls. And there you go. Simple as that. If mankind or Satan gets hold of this full stop, well, they'll crack it open, animate that little bit of life in there, and there'll be no life left on earth. Except the immortal lizard, hell horse, Nunjan, the Bangara. Because he is that. Mother Nature's signature was shrunk down and put into him. And it is also a her. So there's two in the same. That's it. It is impenetrable. Destined and legend to live forever, never to be killed. Only one thing can kill it, the spearhead. The only thing strong enough to penetrate it. So, you talk about evil? Well, I've got to deal with the main fucking show. So, all your parlor magic, you can go and parlor it out if you want. I just laugh at that. Any magic you have, any dark magic you have, any spell you have, I'll show you what I do because it's in my mind, the spells. I don't have to fucking say them. I just have to think them. And I just go like this, and I just go like this one. And I just grab that magic, and I chuck it away. And that's the end of that. And if I come up and I touch you, I'll fucking take the magic clean out of you, and you'll never be magic again. No matter how much you squeal or try or whatever fucking bargain you do with the devil. This is a fact. Yes, dark magic. I will have to use dark magic to do good, but you won't see it that way in the end. But God does, because that's part of the plan. Simple as that. The plan is tricky. The plan is not like you think, but in the end, well, we'll see. Because whether you like to think so or not, whether it says in that book or not, you know, there is a chance that God could lose this game. That's up to humanity to decide that one. Okay? Because it's in man's hands. I keep telling you this. And as long as you keep letting people out that run white parties, you don't convict them of all the charges, you don't have all the people in there, because if you did, you would have to implicate other fucking rich people as well. And they just wanted Diddy. They didn't want to implicate the others. That's why the Epstein lists just fucking disappeared for some reason. Diddy trials were nothing but a trial. Take you away from the Epstein list so they can fucking hide it. Now it's been hidden. And you'll never see that unless that government topples. Because everyone inside that government is on that list. Every rich person around the world, every famous star, strains that. You know? Very strange. You got a man who's renowned for paying his way out of trouble, for paying people off, paying people to be quiet. Nothing would stop a man like that paying a jury, even a judge. Look where he is now. Piss weak. FBI are piss weak. Okay? Piss weak. That's all I've got to say to them. Piss weak. You turncoat motherfuckers. You had all the evidence to put that guy away in a gas chamber. Seriously. But when you decided to fucking turn into him and use it for the same leverage, well, you're no different than the CIA. You're fucking bunch of corrupt cunts. And that's all it is. Fuck your government. Fuck you bloody Trump. Fuck the lot of them. That's not who's running your show. The FBI, one faction. The CIA is another faction. When you work that out, then you'll start realizing what America's all about. No different than Australia. Control, incarceration, slavery. Simple as that. And you ask yourself, well, why do we hear this about our presidents in America? All being related, except two of them. Along that line, back to the king. Because they have to. For America to even be America. See, because under the rule of sale, for America to be allowed, well, the king has to sign it over. And when you had that War of Independence, you basically stole land off the king. That's why you have that fucking amendment with the guns. And you will say, oh, we keep that so the King of England doesn't come in here and take us and start pushing us around. Why do you think you say that? Because your entire fucking government and your entire system is illegal according to the rule of sale. And the only way you keep that is by the power of the gun. See, Australia is still a fucking colony, still part of the Commonwealth, still one of the 72 nations under the Star of Lucifer, I believe, which was an event held that the fucking King of England held, and a woman coming up the road on a fucking mechanical lizard. And everyone in the world cheered for that one. Just like they cheered when they seen that fucking pathetic show that they had at the Olympics, depicting the Greek gods in the depravity. And the Greek gods are nothing more than the fallen 200. Then you understand. Because the fallen 200, when they come to Earth, they mated with the women of the Earth, whatever other fucking thing they can get their thing into. Created all these different creatures. Same story as the Greek gods. And the Greek gods didn't live in heaven. They lived in a mountain. On top of a mountain. And Zeus was the fucking leader of lightning. Same thing Satan was thrown down by. That's your history. That's the truth. Between Greek mythology and Christianity, there's only 500 years. And that's the tiniest bit of time. This world has been re-evolving and evolving and re-evolving. Humanity comes up, fucking disappears, comes back up again so many times. The geology and the movements of the continents and the way they break up and move around is not like we've been told. Moves far fucking quicker than that. Or why would you have Dutch maps depicting Antarctica coast perfectly with trees and forests? When you go there now, there's nothing but ice and snow. It's called being lied to. Plain and simple, our governments lie to us every day. It's okay to drink the water. It's alright to breathe the air. I'll demonstrate to you about fucking governments. Right there. Especially the Australian government. Now, I do not smoke. But I have it for another reason. This is a packet of cigarettes that they have in Australia. Oh, let's have a look. They got all the stuff over it that could happen to you. So much that they got on it about not smoking. It even has had a little letter in there, but that's gone out there. Even on the cigarettes themselves. Even on the cigarettes themselves. We have this. Oh. See? Oh, that's upside down there. Toxic addiction. Seriously. You think with all the science, all the health, and all the things that they know about cigarettes, clearly all those don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke. The packaging all got busted lungs and all the bloody science, chemicals and that, even the cigarettes themselves. Each packet has a different message. Right? That's cigarette smoking. To try and get you to quit. Now the government also likes to raise the money up to make it more expensive to try and get people to quit. If it's that fucking bad, there's that much fucking shit over it, worse than a cyanide fucking tin, worse than something that you use in a chemical factory that can kill you on one breath, right? Because that's the way that's bloody printed all up around it. Why are they even selling it? Because they make 51% of the cigarette tax. It's just revenue. They know people are going to smoke. They put the bullshit out there and say, oh, people are not smoking like they used to. The young ones are not fucking taking it. They're into the vapes, Yeah, they're into the vapes as well. Of course, because there's more people now than there used to fucking be. But they're still selling these in droves. They've gone up. The fucking sales of them going up. So did the price. So did the government's cut. Now, if they really were worried about us with all these fucking disclaimers over it, why not just ban it? Because there's too much fucking money about. And if they banned it, where are they going to get that money? Because that government's greedy for money. It's not going to fucking give up $5 billion worth of cigarette tax and think, oh, that's all right, we just got rid of the bad health in our society. No, they don't think like that. They're going to think, where are we going to fucking pilfer that $5 billion from? And on the way, we're going to get another $1 billion because we fucked ourselves around. So they'll tax you somewhere else, charge you somewhere else. It's like with the electronic scheme over here in Australia for the cars. They fucking government tried to jump on and get all the tax like they do, but they had a clause in, see? They can't. So that infrastructure for your electricity fucking cars and that slowed right down. Now they're thinking about doing the reverse. Oh, we're going to get back to the 1900s again, are we? Where electricity is shit and we go back to fuel. It's coming. Okay? It's coming. You got a country here that's got that much fucking coal, right? That can be turned into fucking oil. They're not going to lose out on a check. And you got America over there, where he come in and says, we're going to drill it, dig it, pump it. And we're going to fucking tax everyone that pushes their shit into our country 10 times as much. Okay? I'm going to get all the immigrants and all the fucking dickheads that come in the country during the Biden year, and I'm going to fucking push them out. And I don't care who they are. And we're going to take other cunts along with it. Because I'm cleaning up this country. You voted him in. He's in. That's what he's doing. He's sticking up to his election promises. Simple as that. The only one that he hasn't stuck up to is that fucking war over in Ukraine still clicking on. He could take a step in and stop that, and he didn't. So he talks shit there. When you voted him in, you just voted in the lesser of two evils. If you would have left Biden and Kamala in charge, your country would be in a far worse situation right now. Your eggs would be about, fucking $45 to the dozen. Fucking there you go. You know? You would have that many immigrants just coming in day after day after day after day. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what they're bringing with the diseases. You haven't fucking got your own country in fucking check yet before you can bring people in. Same thing over here. I wouldn't allow immigration anywhere. The country's got their own shit together. But clearly, your country must be better than the country they're coming from. That's what you also have to look at as well. You look at the country where they're coming from. Would you want to live there? Because they sure as hell fucking don't. Strange that. So I'm a two-minded person on that situation. Some people need help to get out of there. Some people, well, you got all those gangs. All that money that could be made from drugs. And you see it on the Diddy tapes and on the fucking all the music and how they sing and how they glorify living American druggy fucking gangster fucking bang bang life. And now you got the million people in your country living bang gang fucking chain bang bang life. Now you wonder why he's fucking being so rough. It's got to happen. You want to clean the fucking streets up, you got to shift them on. Simple as that. You can't just say, hey, can you go, please? Because they'll just stand there with a flag and protest with some other country's flag in your country. And that's basically a fucking attack. Yes, they've had a bad time. Yes, they've had a rough time. But they shouldn't have been allowed there in the first place with those last two dickheads that you let in charge. And I say two because that old man wasn't in charge. He was fucking asleep at the switch all the time. How could you vote an old man in that was asleep? How? Oh, my God. Seriously. You're supposed to be a proud, strong country. Next time, vote the proud, strong person in. Not some fucking decrepit old fucking tant. That the first thing he did when he got inaugurated was fucking grabbing little girls. You want me to find that and bring it out? You want me to bring everything out about him? You want me to bring out the little story about him and his daughter having a fucking shower together? Oh, that's all right. His excuse was, oh, she's sexually active, so that's okay. That's like, oh, the father's got to teach you that type of stuff. That's how his fucking mind runs. You let that cunt run your fucking country. A full-blown cunt. Sorry. I'm not alleging it. It happened. Fucking right in front of everyone. Filmed on fucking national fucking broad TV. For all to see. And no one said nothing. Just let this old fart go to sleep, trip over, get up, grab another little girl. Fucking, oh yeah, he's having the ball of his life, that guy. You've been an old prejudiced white bastard your whole fucking life. And we're going to pick you up with this fucking black woman that doesn't even register she's a black woman until we need her to. And we see how we go with that. Fucking crazy. And you want to vote them in, then you got this other dickhead. Well, clearly, you know he's a dickhead. You see, he's been a dickhead the whole fucking shop, right through. And you still vote the fucking cunt in. Fucking messed up, that is. All over here. Oh, I don't want to vote for any of them. You have to vote or you get fined. Over in America, they just say, oh, voting really is not really even part of the process. That's just something we do to make the people feel good. We've already selected who's going to be in charge. That's done in our Senate. That's how your fucking system functions. Funny that. Funny that indeed. But that's just the way they've got it. They've got it so bureaucratically done, and they're all different systems all over the world. Keep everyone fucking confused. Keep everyone babbled up about everyone's laws, because not all laws are the same. I personally reckon you should be open for fucking criminal charge and being sued all at once. Simple as that. So there'll be none of this fucking, I pay my way out of fucking getting done for this bloody sexual assaults that I do. No. I pay my way out of that. So I don't have a record. And you're supposed to be fucking innocent. Does that sound like a good system to you? Don't go back out there, have another white party and rape another 1,000 fucking young girls. And just pay that off. They don't have to worry about that. No. You got to fucking pay, and you got to do jail. Simple as that. Okay? Fuck your civil law court bullshit. Right? Pay, jail. Simple. You've done the fucking crime. You're not going to just pay your way out. You can't fucking do that in heaven. No? Think you're going to pay your way out of shit? Better get that right out your fucking head. That's not a fucking good system. You got all these people jumping and cheering in the street because some cunt can pay their way out of fucking being a criminal. When did that become the good thing in life? When did that become something to cheer about, to scream about in the street? Use fuel oil to heat your house. Fuel oil, I'm trying to stop smoking, yes, fuel oil, okay. I raise my own chickens, so I know where my eggs come from, that's right. If you could do these things at home by yourself, that is great to do. Of course it is. The way the world is now. The way the world is now. See, I noticed something. Maybe they are spraying something out of these airplanes. Because I noticed the smell of cut grass lately. Right? The last year or so. Or last 6 months. The smell of cut grass. It smell the same. Okay? So something is in the fucking grass that's coming down. That's changing the smell of the grass. Okay? I'm not joking. I can smell the difference in the cut grass. That means something's being put into fucking the environment. And that's all around. Everywhere I go. Not just my house. So there's no chemicals that we put here. So I just wonder about that. I wonder about that indeed. That is very strange. Yes. Well, when I start noticing the smell of things changing, you know things are changing. I've watched much change. I've watched the sea level rise. In my lifetime, 50 years of age, I remember going to a fishing spot where we stand on a little tiny jetty. It was enough. We've got about 6 people on it. It's only a little skinny one. And we used to get out just from the rock wall. We used to fish there. Now you go to that same place. Not only is that whole rock wall been smashed by a massive storm, so you can't drive the car right out on it no more. You can still walk out on it. But that jetty is completely underwater by about fucking nearly 2 foot. So that shows you, in some places on the earth, the water has risen far higher. and you would have to believe. So I've witnessed that with my own eyes. From being there as a little kid, casting out with the hand line or with the fishing rod, catching good fish. Go there now, and you will see it's underwater. Not because it got smashed by the storm, just because of the way the water level has risen. So I've witnessed, like in the 80s. In the 80s, Perth had the most average rainfall in all the world. Now it's so topsy-turvy, we don't know what the fuck's happening. As simple as that. And it's got a lot to do with that HARP technology. HARP, just because they shut it down or shut it down where it is up the top in Alaska, doesn't mean they don't have an array in every other country in the world, because they do. They got one out the back near Calgary. They got one down south, right down the Esperance Way in Albany, and they got a massive one up near Exmouth, up north. That's on the military facility. And that place there, well, that place there, they had used to have the towers to talk to the submarines in the Indian Ocean. And the reason why is because the Indian Ocean is about 2 kilometers deep, except for the Bisu parts, which goes a little bit deeper, of course. But that 2 kilometers deep is usually out past the continental shelf. Okay? Well, there's a part up north of Australia where that comes right in to only a few kilometers away from the actual coast. Because most of the time your continental thing is 30 kilometers away from the coast, and it drops right down to extremely deep. Roughly. Right? Roughly. But this comes so close into the coast, so they can beam out those fucking radio waves to contact the submarines straight into the depths, straight away, so they can get the whole reading of the whole Indian Ocean from there. Strange, that place. There's quite a few underground facilities. There's one underground facility there is 50 stories underground. And it's got 2 elevators. It's got one elevator where you can bring truck-sized load tanks down. And you've got another elevator for people. And you go down each level. Each level is the size of a recreation center. So it's like 3 stories high each level. And on each level, there's rows and rows of machinery ready to go for war. And when you step out from that fucking elevator, it goes whoosh, and all the lights go do. It's like an automated system. That's one of the facilities they got up there. There's also a big giant underwater facility there too. You can see it from the radar if you want to dig me. Oh, starting to talk about the truth. And I start to play with my life. Then again, I just do this. But bang. Simple. I just turn the Wi-Fi off. Now, Wi-Fi. Be careful with your Wi-Fi, because they can get into your Wi-Fi through your Wi-Fi. So I've just started finding out. They can get into your Wi-Fi and they can get all your details. That's how they hack you. They've been hacking through the Wi-Fi lately. So you might want to go onto YouTube, if you've got a channel, and check into that. And have a look and see. You'll be quite interested, because it's coming a bigger and bigger crime. A lot of people are being hacked that way, through the Wi-Fi. And I just turned it off. So they're getting shiftier and shiftier every day. Especially towards the family. And that's what people got to understand. Any of us that support Jaguar, we're going to get attacked like no tomorrow. It's been a bit lighter since a few of those, flappy beak ones haven't been quite fully around, still flying around, but not as much as a menace it used to be before. You get that? We got bigger and better things to do than worry about that shit. That's old news, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, 46 minutes. I've got a nice, some nice watermelons over there. They're not watermelons, they're actually cans of alcohol, but me and my nephew go, oh, the last watermelon. Like in that movie, Ice Age. The last watermelon, oh. But we live in the hottest country on earth. So drinking is part of the culture, I guess. Funny that you go out into the country, no matter how old you are, you're going to get asked for ID if you're going to buy liquor, simply because they've got restrictions out there for the alcohol, because a lot of people have been banned from drinking it, and a lot of publicans out there have been using it to get, well, sexual favors, as one would say, soliciting and stuff like that. So it's not just the people, it was the publicans as well. Alcohol is a bad thing. I should have never tasted it. Should have never drank it. I should have never kept drinking it. But here it is now. But if you have things in moderation, you don't overdo yourself. You don't go out of pocket to become that, and you don't get addicted, which I'm not. No, otherwise I drink every day. I don't get the taste for it. My younger brother does. He is addicted to it. He tongues for it. Hello, Tempa. How are you going? Yes, yep. I hope you're well. I'm just about to shut down, actually. No, that's been happening quite a lot. Sometimes I'm busy and I come into the news guys chat and I see who's going. He's just about to shut down, so I won't say nothing. So sometimes I'm actually there watching. I just don't talk because when I talk, well, as you know, I usually can't stop. Well, you get that. You get that in the mix of things. Well, a new week. Book the car in to have a service. It's about 200 Ks off its 10,000 K service, so I'll get that in before that happens. I got a little bit more money in me. Sort that problem out. That's $260 there. But that's good then. That's another 10,000 Ks I can go and I don't have to worry about it. And it's a nice little car and it travels very fast. And I've traveled those 10,000 Ks very quickly. It's a 2011 model. And the one woman, only one person owned it. One lady owned it. She only put the 110,000 or 107,000 Ks on it. So basically, that engine is a brand new engine. And it looks brand new. It's been looked completely after that car. It's like very nice. And it lives up to its name. It just cruises along. It's very smooth and very nice. Very extremely cheap on fuel. It's only like a baby engine. But with technology now, they souped it right up. It's got a fair bit of power for a little engine. He took the gearbox off, took it out. I picked the engine up under my arm and carried it. But it's not bad for a fucking souped up lawnmower engine. I give you a tip. Oh, it's pretty good. They got good way of doing things with technology now. And that would do me. Gets me around. It's very cheap. I used to have the full drive, a V8. I love that car. I go anywhere with that car. But the fact is, it was like 4 times the expense on fuel. It's 4 times the expense on fuel. I can go on this car, and it don't cost me really nothing at all. Really doesn't. That's really spun out, that is. and with the price of fuel. Well, but again, we've been lied to because there's ways of doing things. There's ways of doing things. Without using petrol to create energy, free energy. You had a West Australian guy. You can go and check on this. In the 80s, he got a car and he was testing it going back from Calgary to Perth. And he got that car functioning in such a way that it was electric run. By the time it was finished his trip, it had charged up a battery and he could come back because it was a dual system. And when they worked out, oh shit, this undisclosed petrol company brought that idea off him for $50 million, got him to write don't tell anyone who it was, and that invention never came out. They've got generators out there that can generate and run off their own energy and run off an eighth of the energy that they make. So there's still 7/8 of energy to go out. They've got generators like that. Okay? But they don't, no, they're not going to make money if they're going to have something that can run like that and give out pretty much free energy. Think that one. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye because I need a drink and I want to catch up with what's going on the YouTube. And this battery's been a bit funny because I think it's the cord again. Might have to get a new cord. It's not charging up as fast as it should. And this phone tends to use more energy when I'm on YouTube for some reason than anywhere else. It'll either stay the same or fucking lose charge. It's really crazy. YouTube's a funny character. It's a very good platform. We've all met on here. It's the people that run it that I bag. The people that manage it. That's the ones. They're the bad guys. YouTube is not a bad thing. It's brought us together here. So it has to be some good. Well, this is the Archangel Michael. I would like a few more likes if you haven't already hit the screen, but I get my average couple of likes. I have to go back through my lives, see which ones gather the more likes, see what content I was talking about, try run that. That's like with my shorts. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, with my shorts. Well, I got over 900 shorts to go through and work out which ones I can run, which ones work and which ones don't. So, product of elimination. But you get that. You get that. Oh, it's the Archangel Michael. God bless you. Thank you, Kiki Eyes. Thank you, Tempa. Oh, thank you, Yasha. I didn't mean any aggression towards you, Yasha, if you come back and watch. But the dark magic is not a place where you want to dabble. Dark magic always comes back and bites you. That's the thing with that one. Okay, signing off for now. Archangel Michael. I will go on live tomorrow. I'm going to go live no matter what. Just be odd times. I'm not going to say the time. Depends on how I feel. Depends what's going on in here. Depends what I've got to do with my kids. Depends what other tasks that I'm going to have to do. Simple as that. But I am around. Just remember that. I'm around. I'm watching. I'm here amongst you. I'm the Archangel Michael. The only one God is sending. The only one you'll ever see. And well, hopefully one day I do grow my wings and come out of the sky. Then you'll truly believe. And that'll be a fantastic day. And it's coming. It's coming. Might not be how you want to have heard of it, but it's coming. This is the Archangel Michael, signing off for now. God bless and stay safe.